Welcome to Gaming Thing, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets, and in particular the stock market. And my friends, so welcome to a new video. So we talk about CD Projekt in this video. And I already made yesterday a video about NFTs and gaming, and I was analyzing Ubisoft's response to the angry gamer crowd. And then, my friends, I was also talking a little bit how I embrace the crash in the stock market. And without further ado, I would say we jump more directly to the chart of CD Projekt. So, little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm simply a retail investor, a YouTuber that likes to talk about stocks that he is invested in, and and just wants to share a little bit his opinion. So I'm definitely also not a financial, let's say, analyst or expert in the sense that I really can tell you now any price predictions. And even if I could, I wouldn't do this out of some accountability reasons, my friend. So CD Projekt Red, this is the chart for CD Projekt Red, listed in at the Warsaw Stock Exchange. I talked already a lot about this, my friend. So yeah, what I was doing recently, I was buying a little bit more, and I have to say now I'm much more down than I expected, since we had on Friday we had a drop from 5.23%. so we were actually dropping on Friday here from a, let's say, where I always thought like this is some sort of a supporting line, and we were breaking through it. So this is definitely hard, and this hurts, guys, because now we're starting falling to the retracement, the 162 retracement, of course. And this means it's getting a little bit more choppy here. But overall I have to say, if we compare this now with the Nasdaq, because well, even if it's traded in Poland, in Europe, you can still see it as a tech stock, and you have to compare it with the Nasdaq, my friend. So if you look at the Nasdaq recently, in the recent 2 weeks, so had a massive drop of 2,000 points and started to not being in the bear market now, but we're really fighting now in the Nasdaq, actually, if we want to enter some of the sideways market, or if we want to go higher again, or even lower. But it all depends a little bit about the sentiment, and the sentiment is at the moment, especially for retail investors, very negative. Therefore, for example, a lot of retail investors are not watching anymore stock market videos. But that's the big mistake, because when the markets are dropping, you should continue investing. Because you will not be able to time the market and find the bottom. If you see, for example, Bill Ackman, he was recently buying Netflix stocks when Netflix was dropping massively from like I don't know, I think it was like $500 or $450 to 400, and then since then it's still dropping. So I was, for example, buying then also some Netflix. That's very important, guys. So overall, therefore, I would say the drop is not that bad in comparison to the Nasdaq. So therefore, I'm still slightly optimistic, but I started to understand that actually in the overall market situation, I invested a little bit too early, because I expected a nice sideways trend, and then at one point I expected CD Projekt to go up again, especially if the Witcher 4 will be maybe announced this year. So, but nothing is over, my friends. So even if we drop now 5%, we didn't break through the retracement line, and I would say we still have some sort of support here around about 160. That's what I always said. So we were a little bit accelerating between the 160 zlotys and the 220 zlotys. So we can live with this. Maybe we're fighting back, and then this was just a false breakout to the lower levels. Alright, guys, so this is the chart at the moment. If you like me, you like this company, you probably just stay invested if you invested already. But of course, make your own research. That's always very important. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing nothing. I'm not selling. And at the moment, I'm not buying more, since I already have a sufficient position of 1.66% of my overall portfolio, which is invested in CD Projekt. This is for me enough for this gaming company, and therefore I'm just waiting. I'm holding. So guys, then I would say let's see a little bit what is going on. Maybe I go immediately to the Steam Cyberpunk page, because also we want to see how are the gamers considering this game at the moment. So Cyberpunk 2077 is now on Steam, for example, for 30 euros you can buy it, and if you see still people play it a lot, so 16,000 is okay for a single player game. Of course it could be more, and let's be honest. So for example, we have the last update was, if I read this now correctly, guys, was 137 days ago, so could be a little bit faster. But yeah, we have a 75% positive rating now on Steam. Price dropped a lot, so this means they might sell a little bit more of the game yet. And of course we're waiting for the next generation console versions for PlayStation 5 and for the new Xbox. This might really give it a push. And then of course, I mean, we have to see that the mod community embraces Cyberpunk. But overall, I would say, guys, if we look at the start, the whole situation with Cyberpunk and how Cyberpunk will develop in the future is already priced in here. So what we need now, another game. We need another game by CD Projekt, and a game that can give a little lift off again to the stock price. So I'm not saying that CD Projekt, recently Activision and Zynga have been bought by bigger companies. Acquired by bigger companies. So is this something that's going to happen to CD Projekt? I doubt actually that the developers really want to go this path, but who knows? I mean, that's the stock, and if they would get bought out, if they would get acquired, I mean, then you would see at least 280. You would see at least 280 zlotys, because I mean, this company is still something worth, even if there's a lot of negativity in it. And yeah, for example, yeah, you're looking at the market cap, 3.7 billion zlotys is the market cap, so that's not really high. And if we look at the financials, that's on Yahoo Finance. You see the financial guys, and then we can see, for example, total revenue. Wait, in the summary had some nicer. It's not here anymore. So, well, what? Okay. Yeah, guys, that's actually the CD Projekt in Frankfurt. So I have to change to CD Projekt. CD Projekt in Warsaw. But what I wanted to say is the financial of CD Projekt in general look decent. So we have a PE ratio of 15, we have earnings per share of 11 zlotys more or less, and we have a market cap of 16.74 billion zlotys. And yes, we had those misses, and we have the one-trick pony problem with it, of course, that you can see here. For example, earnings and revenues go up in the year of the release of the new game, and the analysts are very negative. For example, the average analyst price target is 148, and we are currently at 166. But yeah, it's still a company with 1,177 full-time employees, and I'm just saying now, the analysts might be good analysts, but are they gamers, or might they understand that something that also CD Projekt has a lot of goodwill from gamers, and that they can develop much more. So we can see this already also here in their mission, the inner fire fueled in every member of the studio. It comes from what we surround ourselves with, from the games we play, from where we live, and who we are accompanied by. We want to own blah blah blah. So okay, there's not a lot to say, but here you see all those games. So we have Gwen, Thronebreaker, this is also on sale now. Actually, I'm going to get this myself. The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2 are not special, but The Witcher 3 of course was the big game. And then we have the Witcher adventure game. I think that's only a mobile game. And then the Red Kit Studios. So we need a new game, this is clear. We need a new game, this is clear. And therefore I'm always looking at the career offers from company. And there I see, for example, unannounced project, guys. Unannounced project. This sounds good. 3D character artist, 3D environment artist, and 3D head modeler in an unannounced project. So this means, guys, they are working on something. And the character animator is they're also looking for. Yes, we see also concept artists, and we see environment level artists, we see a hair artist, we see a lot of unannounced projects, senior environment artists. So we see also senior illustrator for the studio in general and a technical animator. So guys, you see, they are still working, and this is what I like. This is what I really like. They are still working here also on Cyberpunk 2077. So they're definitely the molasses flood. Okay, this game actually I didn't hear about, so we can immediately Google it, find out what this is about. We founded in Boston, was formed after the closure of the original games. Alright, so here you see. Okay, now the CD Projekt Studio committed creating games. So Drake Hollow is a game. Okay. See guys, even I learn everything something new. The Molasses Flood, and this is their game. So let's jump back here to the carrier of what I wanted to say is, guys, so you see actually they still working on Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 is not something that's over for them. It's still going to be further developed. It's going to be adapted. It's going to new consoles, so they will still sell a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 games, and I hope that they can also keep the gamers there, because now 16,000 obviously on Steam is not enough, and we need to get back to kind of the all-time high of over 1 million. But we have a 1.12 million followers. That's pretty good. So I'm waiting, for example, for my new PC to go back and play. But I guess a lot of gamers have the same ideas like me in this sense. Look here, you can see into their office, so everyone is working hard for the investors' money. So just kidding, guys. So, well, this is what we see, an unannounced project, and this would be actually awesome if this would be something in the Witcher realm, because guys, I think with the Netflix series, with the Witcher Netflix series, we know that is actually one of the most famous. This is the most famous brand by CD Projekt, and if they come out with Witcher 4, I can promise you, then we see definitely something in the stock market. When are they coming out with this news? I don't know. I hope it's going to be soon, because here again we see nothing. So news, we see nothing. Patch notes, Gwent. I mean, Gwent is a good idea. I don't care really for it. Secret Lab, the Witcher edition shares. So that's for me the negative part. I don't only want to be bullish here or talk about positive aspects. So I mean, the stock price at the moment, of course, is a bit negative, but if you want to get in cheaper, then it might be interesting for you. So the news is very grim. And we really need something. And in my opinion, CD Projekt has to deliver something. They have to deliver some new news. They don't have to announce now Witcher 4. Maybe it's not even coming, or a series special game. They don't have to do this, but we need some more positivity. Otherwise, the stock might fall lower. And who wants this? I mean, yes, because I'm still not excluding that when we break through this retracement, that we fall actually back to the 120, 130 level. So I definitely not exclude this. So is this then an opportunity to buy more? Well, you have to decide this for yourself, guys. All right, so yeah, I hope you got a little bit an infotainment out of this video. If you did, then comment, like, and subscribe, of course. This will help to grow this little channel a little bit better, because I want to grow this channel absolutely naturally. I don't want to go the marketing path, because that's definitely not the way I want to get my community together. All right, thank you very much, guys, for watching. See you the next time. Bye bye.